Right off the top at 6, conditions are quickly deteriorating in North Florida with the approach of what's now Hurricane Hermine.
Live pictures now of the rough waters from Panama City Beach. The Panhandle already getting pummeled, as you see there.
Hermine is expected to officially make landfall just after midnight, the first hurricane in Florida in more than 10 years.
And thankfully, South Florida is not in Hermine's path. Our hurricane specialist will tell us much more about the big storm in just a moment.
But first, let's get right to ground zero and let's see what the conditions are like as we speak. Our own news reporter Andrew Perez, they're live in Apalachicola. Andrew.
You know, like you said, Hurricane Hermine still a couple of hours out, but we're already feeling the effects of some of these rain bands. Sometimes it's just kind of calm like this, a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, and then 1 minute to the next, just like that, the rain comes at you like a ton of bricks. It's kind of unbelievable. You take a look behind me, you can see the water is already getting rough out here. Not as bad as it has been, but the water has been rising over the last couple of hours. We've been going around town. People are definitely preparing. They're getting those sandbags out. They're boarding up some of the businesses. The biggest concern out here right now is, of course, flooding, is that notorious storm surge. Take a listen to what some locals had to say.
A lot of these folks that live down here are just pros, right? I mean, they've been through it. They've seen a whole bunch of them. Like myself, like I said, I grew up in St. Petersburg, so I've seen a whole bunch of them too. And so it's just a Cat 1. Still can cause you a little danger, but you know, don't go walking around in it.
We'll be open every day. We always are.
So you're going to stay open throughout the storm?
We're open every day.
I guess the watch parties are pretty intense.
Yep, we're open all the time.
What's your biggest concern with the storm, though, in terms of safety?
Probably storm surge. You know, we don't want any. The flooding's a big thing. The wind and the rain is no big deal, but if it floods and we get water in the honey hole, then we're going to have a problem.
So we've been showing you this here throughout the day, throughout the last couple of hours, this ramp that's out here. That's a floating dock on the other side. You're actually not even supposed to see any of that, but the water has just continued to rise. You can tell it's already above the wooden dock that's actually bolted over here to the mainland. There's a main bridge here in Apalachicola that is going to be shut down very soon because authorities do not want people going out. The governor has come out and said, you know what, you need to prepare because people will not be able to come and get you or come and rescue you once this storm makes landfall. A lot of people obviously are taking that very seriously. We're live in Apalachicola. I'm Andrew Perez, Local 10 News.
Taking it very seriously, but you always have those people who are willing to brave it out. Do you get the impression that some people will try to do that despite all of the flooding and the heavy wind and rain that you're seeing right now?
Well, the one thing I was actually most shocked about are local fishermen, commercial fishermen. Some of them are actually going to ride this thing out on their boats. We introduced you to one man, Jay. He was going to ride this thing out on his boat, he says, because he needs to protect his boat. He needs to loosen up the ropes, make sure that the boat doesn't get dragged underwater, make sure that the boat can rise easily. He says he's not concerned. He says he's got plenty of food, plenty of supplies. He's also near some elevated ground in the event that he does need to go and run and try to get to higher ground so that this doesn't impact him too hard. He's obviously hoping for the best right now.
Mostly voluntary evacuations, but let's hope people heed that warning and get on out. Andrew, thank you.